Hi, my name is John Atwood. I'm running for Norwood City Council at large, and I'd like to thank you for watching my video today. As I've been going through this, I guess you could call it a process, I've seen that Norwood's a very diverse community. Not just diverse, in the usual aspects you see it, but we're diverse in the way we experience our community. I've talked to people who are new to Norwood. I've talked to people who are old, who have lived in Norwood for many years, and what I've seen is Norwood always has a place for everybody. And I want you to remember that. So I hope to be a catalyst in that. I hope to help you feel like Norwood's at home. And I think that our government can have a big part in that. We have our old traditions, and we have new additions to our community. Sometimes people don't like old traditions. Sometimes people don't like new things that happen, but everybody likes something nice. And in Norwood, we can have nice things. Sometimes we don't think we can have nice things. I like to think about Norwood having a fixed mindset sometimes. And as I've gotten older, I've seen that we can't always just have a fixed mindset on, oh, it's my way or the highway, or we've always done things this way, or I don't like the way they used to do it. They need to do it differently. Your way may not always be the right way, but Norwood has a lot going for it. And we need to have a new growth mindset. We need to look at Norwood and say, hey, we can always have something nice. We can always have something better. I've been here for 41 years. I'm a lifelong Norwood resident. I've always been a Norwood Indian. I went through grade school all the way up to high school. I graduated in 2001, and my family's always been involved in Norwood. My dad helped start Norwood Little Indians. He was big in that hole. My mom was on the school board. My mom was always involved in every single little thing, and they taught me that, and that's what I've done. And I think that's one thing about being from Norwood, is that you always are there and you always can help people. You can know the people around you. You can know the people who you're doing life with. And that's what we need to remember. Whether we're an old Norwood resident or we're a new Norwood resident, we need to be doing life together. And I hope that I can be a bridge for that. So after I graduated from Norwood High School, I went to the College of Mount St. Joseph to play football and to become a physical therapist. I have my master's degree in physical therapy, and I met my wife there, and I bought my first home in 2007. And I guess I do have to say this. It's always the question I get. I am not related to Brandon Atwood on the school board. We just happen to have the last name. I like Brandon. I've been in the community with Brandon, but we are not related. And I just had to say that because everybody always asks me that. I have two beautiful children with my wife, and they're starting to get older, so now I can become more involved in more of the political or the government aspect of Norwood. I've always wanted to help Norwood. That's been my life. That's been my life. I'm a licensed minister here in Norwood at my church, and I'm a physical therapist at a nursing home, an assisted living building in Northern Kentucky. That's where I work. So really, who am I? I'm a person that people call when they need something done or they need help. I've always been a coach. I've coached baseball, basketball, football, soccer, and I thought I was done coaching, but I just got asked this week if I could go ahead and help coach the basketball team, so I'm going to be doing that. I've always loved it because I see kids who I used to coach, and it's great when you're walking around, everybody just yells, "Coach John." I have a little girl I haven't coached in 10 years, and she still says, "Hey, Coach John." Or I have the boys that I just saw this week who I was coaching basketball and football with, and they're still coming up and just being part of the community and asking me for help, or just, "Hey, Coach, how you doing?" And one of the kids, he goes, I haven't seen him in probably a year, and he just says, "Hey, Coach, I got taller, didn't I?" And I just love that stuff. And in Norwood, that's what we do. So I also do community events. I've been a part of several of the park events. We've helped put up bounce houses and done stuff with the kids, and just, they call, and my family and myself, we answer. We used to work on after proms and be up all night and raise funds for those. We've done Hope Over Heroin in Norwood. We've done tree plantings. We've done things where we went and cleaned up parks or cleaned up the roads. And being around all those people in different groups, I've taken part in activities with new Norwood residents, old Norwood residents. And one thing I can say is I listen. I hear things. I look around and I see what's happening. And people talk about the successes of Norwood and they talk about the failures of Norwood. And I get to hear it all because I'm hearing about those different experiences people are having in our city. The good, the bad, the ugly, the victories, all those things. And I want to be more of a part of creating more of those victories and those successes. You know, one of the things that we need to work on are our streets. We all know that. That's what every single person tells me when they talk to me. And, you know, there has to be new revenue streams. We have to find those. Doesn't necessarily mean levies or anything. There can be other resources that we find to help work on our streets. Working on our streets is just a small part of it, though. In order to find new revenues and things, we need to support more small businesses coming into Norwood. And that way our residents can use the small businesses, and, you know, that brings in new revenues for the city. But those small businesses need help too. Sometimes it's hard to create a small business. And I'm creating a couple of businesses right now, or attempting to, and finding out that it is hard. And we need to support those businesses to come into Norwood. We need to give them resources and give them feedback on what they need to do, and need to set that up for them right away. So I would like to help create small business support, and maybe even a group for small businesses in Norwood. And if we create small businesses in Norwood, we've done such a good job of bringing in bigger places. We have Factory 52, which is a large organization. We have PLK is also going to be doing the hotel in Norwood, the old Quality Inn spot. And we have Paycor, we have larger companies, but we need to support our small businesses. And then once we support the small businesses, they can come in and help revitalize Montgomery Road. Montgomery Road needs help. It needs to be a place where our people want to be, where the people of Norwood want to go and hang out and do community and life together. And we can really benefit from doing this. So Montgomery Road revitalization will be key. I know that we already have a Montgomery Road plan, but that's more for streetscapes and for the streets and the green spaces, but we need to do it for the buildings. We need to help people find buildings that fit what they need, or help business or building owners find funds to rehab those buildings, or find people to rent those buildings. I know that there's several spots on Montgomery Road right now that are looking for renters, and small businesses should be able to to move in there. I really believe in this part because I'm doing it. I bought a new building on Montgomery Road. I don't know if you've seen it. It's one of the ugliest ones. It's the old bingo hall. It's the big gray one right on Montgomery Road. We hope to bring 2 new small businesses in there that will really help grow Norwood, help catalyze a resurgency down the Montgomery Road corridor. We need to do life on Montgomery Road. So I'd like to thank you today for listening to me. If you didn't get anything else out of it, I love Norwood. I love to support Norwood. I love to support the people of Norwood, and I want to support you. So I'm asking for your vote today to be on Norwood City Council at large. Thank you very much. I'm John Atwood.